Alan Booth is a co-founder and sits on the board of directors for FirstOnSite Restoration. He has over half a century of experience in the construction restoration industry and is skilled in everything from building log homes to bridge construction. He talks to ILStv about the incredible changes in building methods and materials that have occurred over the last 50 years.
The methodology has been driven by various government levels through the implementation of changes to the building codes over time. That has allowed for more complicated building designs. For instance, now very seldom do you see, if ever, in a highly populated area, a bungalow being built of the type that was built in the 50s and the 60s. Those buildings were very easy to put together, unsophisticated in their design, and not difficult to take apart and reconstruct. Over time, people's desires for something different, something new, something quote-unquote modern changes, and now we have very sophisticated houses being built in the highly populated areas. And if you look at a roof structure of a house being built over the last 10 years versus what was built in a 10-year period between 1960 and 1970, the roof structure now is much more complicated. And because of that, building codes mandate that they have to be engineered. And because of a litigious society that we now live in, the municipalities and the cities do not want to sign off on those structures once they've been built and once they've been designed and built, unless they've been stamped and approved by an engineer. So we find ourselves working with more complicated buildings now, and in concert with engineers much more so than we did in the past. I know in the Vancouver market, there's been something new brought to the market within the last 10 years called rain screen technology, by virtue of the leaky building syndrome that we had in Vancouver. Green technology is certainly on the horizon and is here now in some forms, certainly in geothermal and in solar. So we have to align ourselves with experts that can walk us through that and ensure that the job is done properly. There's a much broader selection of materials. Certainly when I first started out, you didn't have, you couldn't walk through the aisles of Home Depot or Rona and have an opportunity to pick 30 or 40 different light fixtures or 30 or 40 different cupboard handles, and on it goes, and the variety of flooring that you have now. So sometimes that creates a bit of a challenge for the homeowner, because sometimes a broader selection is just too much choice, and they suffer from overchoice and have problems making a decision. And then from the contracting standpoint, it certainly adds a bit of a challenge trying to ascertain valuation of what someone had versus what they now want, and advising the adjuster if there's a difference in cost, and then they have to determine whether there's the appropriate coverages.